Good morning, hello. I am Connie. I am the business owner of Faff Designs and I'm also a brand ambassador for Dixie Belle Paint. This morning, well it's morning here, so I'm based in the UK. Let me know where you're from and where you're watching from, what time it is where you are. So that looks like my hair, doesn't it? It's not, it's my houseplant. So today I am going to do back to basics with silk all-in-one mineral paint. It's officially launched on the Dixie Belle website yesterday. It's available for the public, so up until now in the USA you guys have only been able to get it from elite retailers. So if you haven't been able to go to an elite retailer and get silk and you want it, you can now get it from the Dixie Belle website. Yay! So we've had it here for a while in the UK and I've been playing with it and created a few different pieces. It's gone down an absolute storm in the UK. It's a fabulous paint. It's gorgeous. It's a great it's a totally different paint to chalk mineral paint. It gives you a different finish, you can do different things with it, and it's really good for those one colour sort of really sleek finishes. That's not to say you can't do other stuff with it, you can, but it lends itself really, really well to those sort of block colour finishes. It's got a range of beautiful colours and they are Hampton inspired, so really sophisticated colour palette. So a little bit about silk. Oh, my knees. A little bit about silk. It is an all-in-one mineral paint. So it has a built-in stain blocking primer, which is equivalent to one coat of Boss, which is a stain blocking primer that Dixie Belle make. So bear that in mind if you're using it over sort of really heavily bleeding pieces of furniture, sort of really warm toned woods. You may experience bleed through with the first coat. If that happens, leave it for a good few hours and come in with a second coat and it should block it. There's always going to be the exception to the rule because furniture is furniture. It's vintage, it's old, secondhand, it's been used. There's no two pieces exactly the same unless you're obviously getting sort of, you know, mass-produced stuff. But as a rule, it blocks stains really well. I've tried and tested this in loads of different colours, even white. I don't do white. If any of you follow me, I don't do white or neutrals very well. But it blocks stains. It does work. It does what it says on the tin. So it has the stain blocking primer built into it. It also has a built-in top coat, which means no more top coating. You don't have to seal it. You can add an additional top coat if you either want a really extra tough finish, so say for example a tabletop, or you know something's going to be in like a high traffic area. You can use any of the other top coats from Dixie Belle, so all of the clear coats, the gator hide. You can also use any of the decorative accents, so the waxes, and any of the other finishes work amazingly well with silk. So it has the built-in top coat, and the second reason you may want to add a different top coat is to adjust the sheen level. So the sheen level is equivalent to a sort of eggshell. So it's not matte, it's not satin, it's a low luster sheen. It's beautiful. Honestly, it's gorgeous. So that might be another reason that you have an additional top coat if you wanted to. It's personal preference, but you don't need to with silk. It's tough as old boots. It really is. Good morning. Lorraine, could you confirm the black is a true black without top coat? It is a true black without top coat, yes. So it's perfect. With dark colours, you may want to... Big Mama's butter or hemp oil works really well over dark colours because there's always issues with top coats and dark colours. They go hand in hand. So if you wanted a little bit more of a sheen, or if you wanted a bit more of a shine on the black, you can add hemp oil or Big Mama's butter, which will sort of give it a little bit more of a sheen. It doesn't need any extra protection. But if you wanted to do that, I personally love a bit more of a sheen with dark colours. but that's a personal preference. You don't need to, but it is a true black. So the true black in the range is called Anchor. The next one up, which is a charcoal grey, is called Black Sands. Both awesome colours. I've used them both amazing. Hello, good morning. Hi, thank you. Oh, cheers, Loza. Bit of leopard print. So yeah, that's the basics about silk. Now, as the weather starts to pick up, the other thing that silk can be used for is garden furniture. So it's perfect for outside because you don't have to mess around with it. It doesn't need top coating to be water resistant. It's already got all of that built into it. So it has like an anti-mildew property. It's wild thing. I'm crazy. It is water resistant. It has an anti-mildew property. It's UV stable, so perfect for outside projects. There is a group specifically for silk projects that I will pop in the comments when I finish the live. One of the first lives that I did for Dixie Belle, I think, at all, I painted my garden gate in silk, in Serenity, the colour Serenity, which is a sort of really pretty turquoisey colour. I did that at the back end of the summer, which is when we got silk. We got silk last year in the summertime. And it's held up amazing over winter. And we've had quite a harsh winter in the UK. We've had frost and snow. Sometimes it's mild and rainy and horrible. We've had that as well. But we've had a harsh winter. My kids go through the gate, they bash it with the bikes, I walk through it with the dogs, the bins get pulled past it, and it's held up amazingly well. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. That's really, really nice of you to say, the orange piece. Yeah, that'll be on my Facebook page, I think, tomorrow, so I'll be able to share it with you over the weekend at some point. So, yeah, silk, amazing. So, built-in stain blocking primer, built-in top coat, no more top coating, which is a win-win. Can be used outside, can be used inside. Tough as old boots, UV stable. The possibilities are endless. This really is such an amazing paint. I absolutely love it. Equally to the chalk mineral paint. It's so good. It's opened up endless possibilities. And it's really good for commissions because I like to do the wilder pieces. I've got an orange piece that is wild here. I like to do those for myself, and my commissions are less so. I don't get many people that come to me and say, can I have an orange commission piece? Not very often. I do get some colour lovers, but not all the time. So, yeah, it's really, really good for commissions. So if you get a customer that comes to you and says, I want a coffee table painted in white, or, you know, a chest of drawers painted in grey, which, you know, happens. Commissions over here in the UK, it's quite common to get sort of just a one colour finish, and they just want, you know, something that they've had for years, like a pine piece of furniture. They just want it updating. So silk is really, really good for those pieces. Again, you don't have to top coat, so it cuts your time in half. Really, really good. So, as the title suggests, sorry, I'm crawling around on my hands and knees here. I'm just going to go back to basics with silk today. So I've got this piece. It's quite a cute little piece, and I've saved this side. This side hasn't been sanded because I want to show you what you need to do to get silk to work the best it can. So this is a really cute little oak barley twist occasional. Let me bring you in a little bit. Oh, it's wonky. There we go. We're back. So this is like a little oak cabinet. Really quite common over here, but definitely a bleeder. And this has been cleaned with white lightning. I've scuff sanded everywhere apart from this side because I want to show you how quick a scuff sand is. You don't have to take it back to the raw wood by any stretch of the imagination. You just need to give the paint something to grip onto, basically. The top has been sanded back to bare wood because I want to keep that. I've got a little soft spot for oak, so I want to keep a bit of the oak. So I'm going to make a little bit of noise because I have an electric sander. Scuff sanding by hand is easy. The reason I have an electric sander is because I have a dust extractor that's fitted to it, because I have really bad problems with dust. If I get dust in my eyes, I have issues for days. I've got a weird eye condition anyway. Not going to go into that now because I'm sure you're not interested. But that is the reason I can't get dust in my eyes. I still do a little bit of hand sanding around details and stuff because I have to. But for the majority of work, I do this. But I'm going to show you how quick it is to scuff sand with this. So this piece of kit, I always get asked, it's a Festool. That's the brand name. It's fitted to an extractor system, which is basically a big hoover. And this particular one, it's a rotary head. There's different attachments. I've got a couple of different ones. But for the purpose of this, because it's quicker, I don't want to make too much noise and go on and on and on and sanding while I'm on camera, because I'm sure you don't want to see that. But I just want to show you how quick scuff sanding can be. So bear with the noise for just a couple of minutes. That's it. That's all there is to a scuff sand. It's really, really quick. It's just to take, basically, all you want to do is knock the shine off your piece. Oh, this tripod. I'll be back. There we go. Sorry. Let me try tighten it up. There we go. So all you want to do is knock the shine off the piece. Like I say, you do not have to sand this back to raw wood at all. That's all you need to do. There we go. Hopefully we weren't going to get the camera go wonky anymore. Morning, Linda. Hiya. Still got a wonky camera, but there we go. You can see. So that all that's done is just taken that varnish off. You don't need to take it back any further than that. The other thing you can do if you're doing it by hand, what grit did I use for the scuff sand? So that, let me have a look. This is a piece of, that's 80 grit paper on my Festool. You don't need to use 80 grit. That particular piece I use for sanding the top down. That's why I used 80 grit. And it's gone, you know when sandpaper goes smoother, when it loses its grit. So that was perfect for that. But anything sort of 220 or anything like that is fine. You don't need a really, really abrasive sandpaper. The only reason I had that is because I had the attachment still on from sanding the top down. So this particular piece here, this is a Surfprep sand pad. These are available from the Dixie Belle website and they come in a pack. So that, I think they come in 4 different grits and you get 2 of each grit in a pack. So you get, I think you get 8, I think. So these are really good. This is the medium. And if you want to get in the details, they're really good for folding in half. So that's all you'd need to do. Obviously where I have the orbital sander and it's missed the corners, you just need to basically do that. These are really good for, you can't see right down here, but it's got really sweet little barley twist legs. These are really good because you can, they're flexible. So you can wrap them around the leg. And it literally takes no time at all. I've just done one leg already, but you can't see. Trying to reconnect what's happening. You never sand, it leads to bleed through. Well, I've always sanded. Always. So it gives the paint a better key. and you get better adhesion. I've done some official training with Dixie Belle Paint on silk, and the official way to get the best out of the paint is to give it a scuff sand. So with this paint, you don't get bleed through because it has a stain blocking primer. 9 times out of 10, it's absolutely fine. Morning, Jackie. Hi. So, like I say, there's always going to be the exception to the rule. There's always going to be the odd piece that just bleeds and bleeds and bleeds and causes you no end of problems and you want to burn it. But scuff sanding will ensure you the best possible finish for this particular paint. So I just make sure all the corners and crevices are done. Then what you need is one of these, a rag, a cloth, a damp cloth. You can use it damp or dry. I'm using it dry because I'm going to actually get around to doing the painting today as well with you. So all this does, it removes the dust from the surface that you're painting. Obviously you want to remove that because otherwise that's going to get in your paint when you paint, and you don't want that. That's that. So that's wiped off. No dust, quick scuff sand. That's as quick as it is. Like I said, the only thing prior to this that I've done is cleaned it with white lightning. And I did it beforehand because it's cold in here and it would have taken ages to dry. And we don't want to watch stuff dry. Okay, so down to the painting. Silk works best with a synthetic brush. There's loads and loads to choose from. These are just a selection of Dixie Belle brushes that I have. Like I say, they're all available to purchase in the link or from your local retailer. This is new. It's called the Scarlet. It's thin. It's a palm brush and it's super, super excellent for like flat finishes or laying off. This is the oval medium. This is my personal favourite. I love this brush. You've got the mini, which is also awesome, and then you've got a couple of smaller ones which are great for sort of details or edges if you don't tape off like I don't. So that's that. There's some brushes and here's silk. This pot is so full. This is a brand new pot. This colour is called Hampton Olive, which is my second favourite colour from the silk range. My favourite colour out of the range is, don't laugh at me how I pronounce it, conch. We say conch over here. Well, I think we do. I do. You guys, I think in America, say conch. But it's the pink. It's the pink shade. It's a really sophisticated, it's an awesome colour. It's so nice. It works on everything. It's really, really on trend over here as well. Anything I paint in pink seems to go really, really quick for some reason. So yeah, I love that colour. So this is my second favourite colour. This is Hampton Olive. I've actually got a giveaway on my page for a pot of silk. So you can win a tub of silk. You get to choose the colour. It's open to anybody. You don't have to live in the UK. As long as we can ship Dixie Belle to you, you're eligible to enter. So find my link, find Faff Designs, which should be linked above me, and pop over to my page and enter, because you can win a pot of silk. Let me just see what the comments have missed. Any comments? No, you didn't come across as rude, Kate. Not at all. No, not at all. Don't worry about it. Everybody's different, aren't they? But I'm just showing you the official way to do things with silk. You say it the same as me, conch. Yeah. See, Chris Dorner, who is a brand ambassador for Dixie Belle Paint, I'm sure you all heard of her. She rips me. She says, you say conch in such a weird way. I'm like, no, you do. You say conch in a weird way. Hello. Yeah, I love Hampton Olive. It's gorgeous. It's such a nice colour, which I am going to demonstrate for you now. So my plan is to leave this top oak because, well, it's oak and I love it. So, completely dry brush with Dixie Belle Silk. A little bit different to the chalk mineral paint because you're all used to using a mister bottle and water, and it takes so well with water added to it. Silk doesn't. Don't add water to silk. You don't need it. It doesn't work well. It starts breaking down the properties of the paint, and then it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So there's absolutely no need to add water to silk. I use a little bit more on my brush than what I usually would with the chalk mineral paint. And it's a different paint. It is completely different. So play around with it. Don't go straight in. Get a piece of MDF or a cheap piece of wood or a scrap piece of wood or something, or an old chair or something, and just have a play with it. Actually, don't get a chair because chairs are horrible to paint. I hate painting chairs. So I am just going to go up to the top on here because I am going to leave this top. So this has got some strange detail on it actually. It's got some carving here at the top. Then it's got some weird things here. But I like weird, quirky little cabinets like this. I love them. So it covers great. What you want is long strokes, and you don't want to overwork it. So unlike the chalk paint, you get obviously a longer open time, and when it does start to dry, you can reactivate it with water. This you can't. So you just got to basically be a little bit more maybe precise with your painting. I don't know what the official term is, but there definitely is a different style of painting with silk than what there is to the chalk mineral paint. Really light hand as well, I found works really well with silk. When you use a heavier hand, that's when you start experiencing brush strokes. So this will probably need 2 coats. Well, it will need 2 coats. Most of the colours are, well, all of the colours are actually fabulous coverage. Even the whites, they only take from sort of like a dark wood, they only take 3 coats. So the coverage is really great. And I'd say it's thicker. You do get some playtime with it to sort of lay it off. If I miss any of the comments that are popping up while I'm doing this, I'll go back afterwards and answer them, so I won't forget you. So that's that. That's all there is to it. Just make sure I've got that bit in there where I can't see. So a super light hand, no water, don't overwork it, just leave it. It self-levels as well, so you can let it do its thing. Don't worry about it. Oh, just missed a bit down here. So that's basically all there is to it. It's super easy. That colour is just so nice. So I'll twist it round. You see the front? I can't remember if I wiped this down for dust or not. Still needs a little bit of work inside. It's quite rough. There was a homemade shelf built inside when I got it, which was it had water damage and it was not pretty. So that came out, and yeah, I think I'm going to have to paint the inside because it is pretty rough, to be fair. So after I've glued paint everywhere, I'm so messy. I've got it on my floor as well. Not good. So again, super light hand with silk. And I think I'm going to be doing another live when this is dried, and I think I'm going to be going in this detail with some of the Dixie Belle waxes. I think, not 100% yet, not made my mind up entirely. I didn't even know what colour I was going to paint this. But I think Hampton Olive is, I think it's a good choice. I've done pink recently as well. I don't want to do too much pink. So usually I do take the doors off and paint those separately, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just showing you with the doors on. It's a little bit easier to paint live with doors on than it is taking them off and trying to show you that. What you can also find as well is, depending on sort of how thirsty the wood is, you may use a little bit more paint than if it's not so thirsty, if that makes sense. So the oak on here is quite thirsty, and the varnish on the front of the doors was actually pretty much off. So I cleaned it and I gave it a little bit more of a sand, but it is quite thirsty. So obviously you're going to use a little bit more paint than what you would do if it wasn't. Can you still see? I'm turning it round. Just trying to get in the grains of all the grain of this oak. This is a proper rustic cabinet. We're going rustic. I might even distress it because it's very, it's had a life. It's had a life, put it that way. I don't even know what this weird thing is here with all the holes. I don't know why that's there. I did debate filling it, but I think it'll look odd, so we're going with it. The carving detail's pretty, but then the wood behind, I've never seen that effect on a piece of furniture. All these little holes here, and it's definitely effect. It's not like woodworm or anything. So there we go. Dodgy hinges as well. I think that needs sorting. There we go. That's it. That's one door painted with one coat of Hampton Olive in the silk range. So that's all there is to it, really. That's just a quick back to basics. Look, I'm cutting my head off. Just a quick back to basics with silk, really. And it's, like I say, just to celebrate the launch of silk being launched on the Dixie Belle website. So if you haven't been able to get silk from an elite retailer, you can now get it delivered to your door for you to try on your own projects. Like I say, I have, if you didn't catch, I've got a giveaway on my page. Pop over to Faff Designs and you can find out how to enter there. You can choose any pot of silk paint to win. All you have to do is just tell me which colour you'd like to win for yourself, and share it if you like. I don't normally put that because Facebook restricts the account, that it doesn't like things like share and giveaway and like, so share it if you like. So that's basically it today. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to be doing another live on this piece with somehow I'm going to bring that detail out, probably with some kind of wax or something. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. I'm not much of a planner, kind of just go with the flow. So thank you for tuning in wherever you are today, this morning, this evening, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you're watching from. I'll be back here same time next week doing a different project. So I will catch you then. Tony, is the giveaway for the UK only? No, it's not. It's open to anybody. So basically, if we can get silk paint to you, you're eligible to enter. So USA, Canada, Australia, Europe, UK, basically anywhere where Dixie Belle is available. So you can enter, not a problem at all. So I will catch you next week, guys. Make sure you pop over and enter that competition. And yeah, see you next week. Bye.